Well, I don't know if I'm done yet with the Beast, but I have done a whole lot of gluing in the last few days, and she is huge. She is just massive, like I can't squish it together anymore. Those of you who remember the beginning of it, I took paint books from a local hardware store, and I made signatures inside of signatures inside of signatures. So I can't even get the whole thing in frame opened up, so I'm going to have to keep shimmying it around to show you a flip through. So it has 4 main signatures and then a whole bunch of little ones inside of that. And I started this last winter, last January, so it's been a year, and we will flip it open. I always write the year that I started something in one of the corners on the front cover, because I like to remember. And I do still have a little bit of space in here that I can put things, but for now I'm going to just put her aside and I'm going to just put her aside and move on to something else. And then if I have a few things that I want to add later, I will do that. Let me turn off my autofocus here so you don't get, it's going to be crazy enough trying to look at this thing. So like this is my first flippy flappy. I'm trying to get all of it in frame here. And I save all my envelopes from people and all my little notes. The note for this envelope is inside. And I've used a ton of Happy Mail in here, including swaps that I did from Dawn's group, Let's Make a Mess Today. I did a bunch of those swaps at the end of the year. This is just a bunch of dancing girls. I used a lot of packaging. I put googly eyes on things. This was just a lot of fun, and it was a really big challenge because there was a lot of different spaces that I wanted to cover. And it was slow going when I got started with it, but once I really got in the groove of fitting things in certain places, it went pretty smoothly. This was not planned to have these tuna cans with this fish. The fish is in the background. I did not plan this. It just happened that way. So there's a lot of magazines. I have a lot of painty papers and die cuts. And this opens up, I believe. It opens up this way. So really what this is like and what is really enjoyable about it is it's like a puzzle where you find things to fit in certain places. So, you know, if there's text I want to cover here, I found this picture to put there to cover it. And then if I want to add other things, you know, in other text blocks, I can do that. I have some vintage National Geographic images in here. Some of these pages we've done together. Every chameleon needs a googly eye. And off to the next flappy. This is going to be nuts. Just warning you. I have my camera like as high up as it will go. Just so I can try and shoot this. Laughing seals. This is some, you know, wax paper. You know how you do. Some of my glue sticks have come up, my glue stick pages a little bit. The last round of gluing I've done, I used mostly Aleene's and Elmer's liquid glue with my little needle tip bottle. I really suggest those for any kind of gluing. I have a lot of local things in here. I have anything really that caught my eye, I included. You know, anything that like spoke to my spirit. You know, I have Happy Mail here from Gail, and she had made me an ATC, and I liked the envelope and I liked the whole thing, so I stuck it in there like that. I have 80s cars everywhere. Yes. Sorry, there are naked babies. This thing is like so gigantic. And I had gotten so much mail and swap stuff to put in it that it was just huge. And what I do is I use a basket you know, like I know Dawn puts her stuff into a jar. Well, I use a basket, and my basket was over full. I'll show you what it is now. It's not empty, but it was like, I couldn't fit another thing in there. I actually broke it. That is how full it was. I actually broke the basket. So there are some gorgeous, I'm very lucky, I think, to have done this project. You know, here is another, this is all stuff that I have received in swaps, you know. I glue all the envelopes in, unless they're, you know, I glue the arty parts of the envelopes in, and I don't save every single piece of envelope in mail. But if somebody makes a nice envelope, I keep it, because it's still art to me, you know. That's that flap. So let's flip this over, shimmy it over here. You know, like I could put stuff here. There is room. There's always room. When you're glue booking and when you're just throwing things onto a paper, there's always room for more. But you gotta find a happy medium. And I had gotten these really great quotes that are like really positive, so I put them in the most random places. Like, I put a baby's head on this statue, and underneath it I put, "Make it happen." And I know I did another one over here somewhere, didn't I? Maybe not. Maybe it's this way. Let's see. I love the fall. You know, I love fall pictures. I had these pages with the paint samples that were colored, and I tried to do colors, but you know what? I have a color book that I do that with, so I didn't do that on every page. I saved a lot of my scraps to do things like this. You can never have too much happy. This girl just doesn't look happy at all. I love it. Be brave. An old guy or a you know, bearded man on a baby's body with googly eyes. That's brave. You know, some of them, you know, I've glued some gorgeous pictures. Some of the pictures that I found. This was from a toy from my daughter's on the packaging, so I kept that in case I needed a background. And another Happy Meal envelope that I got that I put as a tip and going this way, and the letter is inside. A random eyeball. For some reason, she's eating an alligator. Stay strong. This guy's smoking a cigar. I really put everything. Whoa, are you okay? Yeah. Lottery tickets. I love this envelope. This board had come off of here because it's like really slick on the back, so I'm just gonna leave it. And you know, I have the envelope in there. I mean, the letter in the envelope. So this was packaging from a Chinese food restaurant. They were giving away those little calendars. I got one of those. I put a bunch of little things in here like this. You know, it's just, these are just for things that, these are really just things that make you happy. I've gotten some gorgeous postcards and ATCs, and I don't make ATCs. I'm not saying that I won't in the future, but I don't right now. But I love ATCs, and I get them, and I keep them. And most of them I put in here because I really enjoy flipping through this. I enjoy all of the flippage. Everywhere is a flippage, so I enjoy that. I've taken a lot of books apart to make this. Lots of junk mail. Lots of, this is a recipe card. I have lots of vintage. I have lots of really neat old magazine things. I love going through this. Stoplight that I forgot to actually glue down. So if you have a chance to take a whole bunch of junk and put it together into a book and glue into that, another ATC that I've received, I suggest you do that because it is very freeing to do whatever you want and you know that the paper you're doing it on is just junk. I mean, you can get it anywhere. I have labels, anything you could think of that is flat, I've put in here. Now we gotta sloop this way and go like this. I love that with the hanky. These just came, I just got these. These were from a toy that I just bought my daughter for her 2nd birthday. But I feel so lucky because it's fitting I do that I was able to get her something nice for her birthday. I have these I had this little circle book that I had gotten, and I grabbed 2 of them, and one of them I started doing some mixed media on, but I really want to make a book that is circle. So that might come in the near future here. I love the writing. This was from the swap from Dawn's too. And I just love her lettering. This is from the wonderful Laura. She sent me a scrap of her tape that I just love. Another envelope that I loved, and I saved the card. This was for my birthday from Scrap and Lizzie's Facebook group. I had all kinds of ads, you know. This is car dealership ad. This was huge. It folded out like 8 times. So I have a bunch of that in here. And it's nice and thick, so it holds whatever you put on it. You know. A card. I love this card. Love it. So I put that there. And this envelope comes from the beautiful Sharon Marlowe. And I just love this envelope. Whatever she did to that, it's like so gorgeous. And she sent me a ton of great stuff. I've put them in here. This came from a magazine. This guy's just flipping, and I think it's great. This is from packaging. I got some ink. This is that circle book again. A paper doll piece, and it says Lily, which I think is so great. So this, beautiful. Now we gotta move it back. Gotta move it back this way. See, this is what it is. I'm exercising the book.
Hey, give me the box. Give me all the pencils.
This. You know, this Barbie is great. This flips this way. Look at that. I put a
come on, give them to me.
koozie, whatever those things are.
Come on.
Some paint chips in here. Notes.
Tapping them.
This. Some geese. And we have to move this more this way. Flip this out. You still can't see it. A little bit. I have really received some amazing things in swaps and Happy Mail though, and it just really warms my heart how amazing our community is, you know, and when it comes to having swaps with each other, how very giving everybody is. So, some really pretty things. I try to keep a lot of the paint samples the way they are because I like color. I love all colors. I love where they've gone with paint color. Super car there, yeah man. What I like about this too is you can really just play in it. Like this page here, I drew a border. It's not the best because of the marker I used, but you know, I practice. You know, it lets you practice freely. You know, it's not a fancy sketchbook. It's not some kind of. You don't have to make some kind of work of art. You can just do whatever you want. And so I did. You know. And it just really. I don't know what I'm going to do next in the way of just a gluing. I might do something like a composition book just because of the uniformity of it. I might do something like I might do a bigger book. Like I have book covers, you know, and make a big book again. like this, maybe with less going on. You know, the junk mail is a lot going on. Maybe I'll just use, I have like dyed 11 by 17 pages, and you know, like my drop papers here, maybe I'll use those. I don't know, this I got in Happy Meal, and that is just so yummy. It is textured. It is done with a texture paste. And I made this pocket here with this birdie, and then all of these in this background was all scraps from a project I just made for a friend, and I kept all the scraps, and I said, well, I'll use them, and look at that, I used them. This pocket I got, and it has space for 2 tags, which were also in the same envelope, so I included those. I love this wood background from this ad, so this was all these little stamps, they come out, so, and they came this way in the Happy Mail, so I left them.
What can I do for you?
And these here. This here. This was a map. This was some more of that, you know, auto ad. So I have got some gorgeous stuff to put in here. I am just so I know I keep saying it, but it is like amazing how this whole book was put together from a community. This is a community book, except I got the Sears ad, because you know Sears is going down, so I was like, I gotta save this ad. So I got that at Sears. You know, and I got packaging, and my daughter had these stickers, they were sitting on the floor, so I stole them, because all she does with stickers is puts them on people. Like when I was her age, I was collecting them in books, and trading them, and cherishing them, and like, she just sticks stickers on things. These are ATCs that I got. I have to write above them who they are on the backs of them that says it, but I didn't have a pocket to put them in, so I glued them on. So I got this. I got another one of these little flippy outy things from a toy package. I just love. This is from a Carhartt envelope, and I have all the goodies still in the envelopes too. Vintage evaporated milk ad with a recipe. This came from like advertisement. Happy my age is none of your business day. I love it. So
your hair is tied, your ears are tied.
I just love this book.
You have to, yeah.
See, I use a lot of packaging stuff because I just enjoy it. This was a gumball machine package that my daughter had gotten from the Easter Bunny. What is this? Which is fun. Oh, that's something I didn't glue in. Here, just stick it in here. So I'll glue it in someday. This is a shaker I had gotten in Happy Mail. And then on the back of this, I have nothing. So that is it. I'm gonna have to buy another house to house the Beast. Look at, like, I can't even, it won't even stay together. It's not even, won't even stay folded here. So that's it in all of its giant glory. I can't push it together anymore. And I'll show you the basket I use to work out of. Oh, I just broke it again. See, this is the basket, and before it was like stuffed, and now I have a ton of room. So I'm going to include this on my Dances with Pitbulls thing, because I finished this whole last signature. So I'm going to use this for my, I'm on 18 according to the count. But I am going to say that this is to, see, like, look at this. I got this in Happy Meal too. Right? It's so cool. Number 25. I'm going to give myself to 25 because I emptied a ton of stuff out of this basket. I really used up a lot, so I'm going to say it's to 25. And I'm going to call this done for now until I feel motivated to fill up the smaller spaces. That will be it. And I'm going to be making a video over the next few days on my flowers that I did. I'll show you those in case you didn't see my post. I made these little flowers out of magazine paper, and they are so adorable. I just love them. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a video where I make some of those. And I don't know what I'm going to start next. I might work in my napkin journal for a few more days as I plan some new projects. I glued some magazine together, and I want to make this into like an art journal. So I might do that and do some work in that. I just don't know. I don't know where I will go next, but I'll tell you what, it won't be this book. She is about done. Thanks everybody for coming to hang out. I have to go do some grown-up stuff now that I've been gluing all morning. But I love you all, and ta-ta for now.